Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shamshek and I am currently pursuing MCA from Vishwakarma University. In today's video, I will be guiding through one of the most useful concepts in Python, file handling and exception handling. These are real world skills every Python developer should know, and by the end of this video, you will be confident in using them in your own projects. Let's get started. Let's start with the basic. What exactly is file handling? Well, file handling is how we make our Python programs interact with the outside world. Think of saving notes, logging user data, or reading configuration file. All of this is file handling. For example, imagine you are creating a feedback form in Python. When someone submits their feedback, you want to save that into file for future use. That's where file handling comes in. It's practical and powerful. Now, Python works with many types of files, but the most common ones are text files, a basic text format, CSV files like spreadsheets structured in rows and columns, JSON files used to store structured data like key value pairs. Each of these has its own use case. For example, text files are great for notes and logs. CSV is perfect for storing tabular data like student marks or sales record. And JSON, it's widely used in web development and APIs. Python gives us built-in support work with all of them, which we will explore in this video. So how do you actually work with a file? Python provides a few core operations, that is open, read, write, append and close. When opening a file, you need to tell Python what you want to do. Are you reading from it, writing to it, or maybe just adding something new at the end? These modes are usually represented by a single letter like R for read, W for write, and A for append. After doing your task, it's important to close the file. Think of it like opening a notebook, writing in it, and then shutting it back. Keeps things organized and safe. Let's talk about reading a file. You might want to pull up the contents of a file, say a saved note, a list of names, or even a recipe. Python makes it easy to read everything at once or go line by line. This is useful when you are processing large documents or logs. Just imagine you are building a digital diary. You will need to read back past entries, right? That's where file reading comes in. Now let's switch gears and talk about writing and appending. Writing to a file means putting fresh content into it. For instance, when a user fills out a form and submits their response, your program can write that to a file. Appending is similar, but instead of overwriting what's already there, you just add few content to the end. This is perfect for logs or situations where you need to preserve old data but still capture new input, like journal entries, user reviews, or feedback. Next up, we have CSV files, and trust me, these are everywhere. Think of them like Excel spreadsheets. Each line is a row and data is separated by commas. If you are working with student marks, sales reports, or any table style data, CSV is your go-to format. Python makes it super easy to read and write CSV files. Once you understand this, you can build anything from a mini gradebook to a budget tracker. Alright, time to talk about JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation. In simple words, JSON is just structured data, kind of like a dictionary in Python. It's used a lot in web development, APIs, and storing configuration. Let's say you are building an app and you want to save user settings. JSON is perfect for that. It's lightweight, human readable, and works seamlessly with Python. Now let's shift to the second half of our topic, exception handling. So what is it? Exception handling is a way to tell your program, hey, if something goes wrong, like a file not being found or bad input, don't crash, just handle it nicely. Without it, if your program might stop suddenly and throw a scary error. But with exception handling, you can catch those errors, respond with a custom message, and keep things running smoothly. One of the most basic ways to handle errors in Python is with something called a try except block. Here's how it works. You try something risky like reading a file. If it fails, the program jumps to the except part where you can print an error message or take corrective action. This is super useful when dealing with things like missing files, incorrect user input, or even network error. It helps you write more robust, user-friendly, and bug-free code. Let's talk about some important parts of Python exception handling, else, finally, and handling multiple exceptions. The else block in Python runs only if no error occurs in the try block. So if your code runs smoothly, the else part gets executed. It's great for cleanup tasks that only make sense when there are no errors. Now the finally block is always executed. No matter what happens, even if there's an error or not, it's mainly used for cleanup actions like closing a file or releasing resources. Lastly, Python also let us handle multiple exceptions using multiple except blocks. For example, we can handle a file not found error differently from a value error depending on the situation. This makes your code more robust and easier to debug. Let me walk you through this short Python demo that covers file handling with text, CSV, and JSON files along with basic construction handling. We start by using a try block. This means if anything goes wrong in our code, it will be caught later and won't crash our program. First, we create and write to a text file called notes.txt. Using open in write mode, we add a simple message, then we open the same file in read mode and print its content to the screen. Next, we move to the CSV handling, which we open a file name into csv.info.csv, and using the csv.writer, we write a header row name followed by a simple row with my name. After that, we read the file and display the data. Then we work with JSON files, which are commonly used for APIs and data exchange. We create a small dictionary with name and city and write it to a data.json file. After that, we read it and back and print the data. Finally, if any error happens during any of these file operations, like a missing file or permission issue, it's handled by the except block and a friendly error message is shown. So in this one short program, you saw how to handle different file types in Python with proper error handling. So here can you see the file is run. Now let's talk about how these concepts are used in real life. First, saving logs and reports. Many Python programs use file handling to record logs such as error, user activity, or system events. Second, Python is perfect for data storage in small apps. You can store user settings, notes, or basic app data in text or JSON files. Lastly, when apps or websites interact with online services or APIs, they often exchange data in JSON format. Python helps us at work with APIs and parse JSON, making it easy to extract, use, and save that data for various applications. So to wrap it up, we have covered the basics of file types and operation, learn how to handle errors and exceptions with try, except, finally. These are the foundation skills for any Python programmer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel, and stay tuned for more awesome content on Python and other tech topics. Thanks for watching.